students. Welcome to Formal Language and Automata Theory video lectures. So in this video, we can discuss about what is meant by finite automata, informal picture of the finite automata, what are the different types of finite automatas, and deterministic finite automata. So here actually coming to the first of all, what is the finite automata? Actually, finite automata is a collection of five tuples. So those are capital Q, sigma, del, Q naught, F. Here Q means nothing but some set of finite states. That means a set of states. And sigma is an input alphabet. That means whatever the input symbols was used to construct that particular language or that particular machine. And Q naught is some initial state and it is also known as starting state. And F is a set of final state. That means it can allow more than one final state also. And this final state is also known as the accepting state also. And here del is a transition function. So that means here this transition function is also known as the mapping function. So it was used to decide what is the next state. So to deciding the next state, for that purpose it will require two arguments. So those are the what is the current state and what is the current input symbol or present input symbol. Based on these two symbols, it can decide what is the next state. So here now we can observe some pictorial finite automata model or pictorial representation of the finite automata. So here finite automata basically having some input memory. So that is also known as the input tape. So in this input tape was especially used for storing the input symbols, whatever the symbols we want to read. So such symbols was stored in the input tape. For that purpose, here total available input tape memory was divided into some number of blocks. Here each block can store exactly one symbol only. Each block can store only one symbol. And here to read the particular input symbol, for that purpose, we use some header. We use some header. So this is the header. It was also known as the tape reader. So it was used to read some specific input symbol from the input tape. And based on this input tape input symbol, here finite control can decide what is the next state. When it was reading some present input symbol, then go to which state. So that is depending upon the finite controller. So finally in this it contains totally three components. Those are input tape, tape header or reader, and finite controller. So now we can observe one more representation of the finite automata. So that is a transition table. So here in this representation, we can represent the finite automata in tabular representation. So that means in this table, transition table, first row indicates the what are the possible inputs, what are the total possible inputs. So that is the first row. And the first column indicates the whatever the states are used in that particular finite automata. Those all states was listed in the first column. And here one more important thing is here initial state is represented with empty arrow mark and final state is represented with asterisk. So this is the basic representation of the transition table for finite automata. Here we can observe some finite automata was represented within the form of transition table representation. So these are the inputs, that is AB, and these are the total states, that is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. So where Q0 is the initial state and Q3 is the final state. So that's why it was represented with asterisk. And these all are the next states. So that means when read input A from the Q0, then go to same state. When read input B from the Q0, then go to next state Q1. So in this manner. So this is the representation of the transition table. So now we discuss some basic we discuss about the DFA, deterministic finite automata. Before discussing about deterministic finite automata, first of all we know what are the different types of finite automatas. So here finite automatas are basically two categories. One is the finite automata with output and another one is finite automata without output. Here, finite automata with output means those are providing the output for each and every state or each and every input symbol from the input. So for each and every input, it will produce the related output. So that is the FA with output. So and another model is FA without output. So that means here it will provide finally either the particular string or language is accepted or not only. So that means either true or false only. So that is the only output for FA without output. So now we observe Now we observe again several subcategories of the finite automata types. So FA with output is again two categories. One is the Moore machine and another one is the Mealy machine. So these are the two machines was used under the representation of FA with output. And FA without output model is can have again two types. One is the non-deterministic finite automata and another one is the deterministic finite automata. In non-deterministic finite automata can also allows the epsilon transitions also. So now we know what is meant by deterministic finite automata. So just now we observed there are two types of finite automatas. Those are deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. So when we say that the particular finite automata is deterministic means if that particular automata that automata contains only one path. If that particular automata contains only one path for the specific input, some specific input from any state. So that means, for example, our considered finite automata contains three states. Those are Q naught, Q1, Q2. Then from Q naught on possible input A having only one next state or only one path, on B only having one path. At the same way, Q1 also on A having only one path or on B having either one or less paths. So in this way, so then we can say that the particular finite automata is a deterministic finite automata. So here this finite automata is deterministic. Why? Because from S naught on specific input A having only one path, on B having only one path. Here also on A having only one path. So there was no multiple paths on any state on any specific input. So that's why this particular finite automata is a deterministic finite automata. So now we discuss what are the proper definition for the DFA, deterministic finite automata. So here DFA is also very similar to the finite automata. So that is a collection of five tuples. Those are capital Q, sigma, Q naught, F, and del. So here capital Q is the finite set of states, that means totally possible states, and sigma is the input alphabet, and Q naught is the some initial state, and F is the some final state, a set of final states also. That means more than one final state is also allowed in deterministic finite automata, and del is a mapping function or transition function. So these are the details about deterministic finite automata. Next session, we can discuss about some examples or some models for the deterministic